Hey everyone, my name is Ryan and I'm a second year medical student here at the University of Sheffield. Now, COVID has hit really hard, which means a lot of us have had to work from home. For a lot of us, our workspace and living space has basically merged into the same thing, and this is especially so for us students. So I personally found this a really big source of stress, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some well-being advice that I found helpful. So in this video, I'm going to focus mainly on houseplants, and I know houseplants aren't for everyone, so I've got a few other mental well-being tips. So I personally found it really helpful to organize my workspace and keep it clutter-free. I've also tried my best to keep the divide between my workspace and living space as concrete as possible by only doing work at my desk and nowhere else around the house. If you live in a flat where your bed is right next to your desk, I think it's really important to not do work on your bed. I know this is really difficult because I get tempted sometimes as well, but I find it really helpful to do that. And lastly, if you're feeling overwhelmed, please don't hesitate to contact Sheffield Access to Mental Health Support, and this is the university's mental health service. You can easily find it by googling SAMHS, and you can follow the instructions there to contact them and they'll be in touch. Anyway, over lockdown I had the opportunity to read this really cool book by Dr Sue Stuart Smith called The Well-Gardened Mind, and in this book she said something I found really interesting in that humans are attracted to the color green because it makes us feel safe. I read this book called The Well-Gardened Mind. It was by the psychiatrist. Have you read it before?
I haven't. I know of her and it's on my to-read list, but I know of it and I know the woman who wrote it, yes. Yeah, so there's this idea of biophilia, that we have a kind of innate love of plants and green. And it's kind of well-established in environmental psychology theory. So some people think that it really goes back to us, the way we evolved, and that we feel better because our ancestors were in green landscapes, and that actually works for us.
So I did some research on one of the easier ones to take care of, and I picked up my own parlor palm. Hold on. This is my parlor palm and the first plant that I got, and I really like it. Anyway, after getting it, I found it really cool that I felt so much more relaxed. I had like nature in my flat, which I really wanted from the beginning when I moved in. And taking care of it gave me some sort of routine. Right, so I thought I'd show you guys my favorite plant. This is my Chinese money plant, and I really like it because you can give it to your friends. It sprouts fairly easily, so you can repot it and give it to your friends. That's why it's called. I don't know what it's called specifically. It's something to do with like the plant that keeps on giving. But yeah, I've named it May. It's my favorite plant because it's from Yunnan in China, and I have ancestry there. I just did an ancestry test, so I found out. But yes, I feel this connection with her. So there's been tons of research, including here at the University of Sheffield, that show that houseplants are beneficial to our mental well-being and improve our mental health.
I was working on a project in landscape architecture in the university, and we were interested to find if and how urban nature might help with mental well-being. And in a nutshell, we found that nature does help with well-being. Houseplants are actually kind of given quite human qualities. So we knew that young people really actually felt that these were a little bit like people. They could interact with them. In the absence of people around us, we did this research before COVID, but in the absence of people, that we get these relationships that we normally only think that we can get with people, okay? But we get them from plants, we get that caring and that connection from plants as well.
Yeah, if this video has inspired you to get a houseplant of your own, I urge you to support your local businesses. And in Sheffield, we have tons of houseplant stores. And I know of a few which I'm going to share with you. These include Bramley Park Houseplants, Plant Sheffield, and also Plantology Flowers. Now, if you know of your own local plant stores, I urge you to please go and support them. And yeah, I hope this video has been helpful in one way or another, and I hope to see all of you guys really soon. Bye!